Hey, what's up? It's Jay Morrison. I want to give a quick video to you, my followers, my subscribers, any youth watching, anybody watching. And I'm right here on 6th Street in Plainfield, New Jersey. This is an apartment that my mom used to rent back in the day in the 80s. We had a 2-bedroom apartment here for her, my stepfather, my sister, living below the poverty line. My mom was on drugs. My stepfather just came home from prison. He was on drugs. My grandfather lived in the area. He sold drugs and was on drugs. So this is during the crazy crack epidemic. So I remember growing up here and being so poor that we didn't have, any cable, obviously, no Atari, none of that kind of stuff. Like when video games were out. And I remember using the station, the static station, where it's like just black and white, static. And I would sit in front of the TV and pretend those white and black dots in the static station were like a video game. You know what I mean? But I just remember walking actually over here where you'll see there's a beautiful house, right? It didn't look like this landscaping and beautiful house, but that beautiful house was a vacant lot. And I remember chasing those, like, those white flowers, willows or whatever that blow in the air. And I remember grabbing them and being like 6, 7 years old and wishing that we had $1 million trillion and we're, out of poverty. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, times are bad. But I want to just say to everyone, like, when I come back to this area and I remember how we used to live, and I remember like the abuse that was in the home, and my mom, like, coming out the house crying and black eyes, and remember the straws on the table with the white powder, and you know what I'm saying? I remember the circumstance and the actual environment in which we lived in. And I remember, them smoking joints and smoking weed in the house and just being in that environment. And now I look at the transition of my parents today, and rest in peace to my stepfather. And my mom was doing so well, and has been clean for like over decades now, a couple of decades now, and just seeing the progression of my family and progression, and how all this, my environment, made me stronger as I went through life. I just want to say to anyone that has come out of a tough environment, worse than this, not as bad as this, or whatever the case is, any adversity that you have in life, is that, just stick to it. Stick to your dreams and your passion and your ambition to want better. Like, from that time that I was 6, chasing and wishing for $1 million trillion, I always wanted better. Like, deep in my heart, I wanted better than the circumstances which we lived in. So I want to say to you guys, no matter if it's not a poverty thing, but it's another issue that you have in life, whether it be health, or it could be wealth, or it could be education, or whatever it is you're going through, you got to have a burning desire inside to want better for yourself. And I carried that from the time I was little. I always had this burning desire to want to achieve greatness. And I never let that stop, no matter what I went through. Even when I went through prison, even as a high school dropout, I always was trying to achieve more. I may have went about it the wrong ways, which is what I smartened up and woke up to, is that there were legal and better ways for me to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So I just want to give everybody a vote of inspiration and motivation that no matter what you go through, keep that burning desire. If you're a youngin watching this video, or you're an elder watching this video, no matter what your circumstance, what you're going through, just keep your burning desire and be persistent and intentional about getting what you came for, and you will have success to some degree. The more you put in, the more you will get out. So hopefully it's a vote of motivation and inspiration for you all. I come from the bottom, for real, and I'm just happy to be able to be some kind of role model, leader, or inspiration to those who follow. All right, peace. Jay Morrison, YMC.